Let's get physical. It's Jordan here, back in with this week's update and all the physical releases coming to the Switch. We're in the third week of October, the 17th until the 21st. No face cam again this week. I've been working all weekend. I was working all last weekend. Just an overworked boy. Regardless, it is a pretty great week coming at ya. Let's take a look. Persona 5, The Royal, is releasing this week. How goddamn long did it need to take? People were calling for this since the Switch first released, at least in its original form, but this is the Royal version, which includes more characters, areas, social elements, and just overall more content with tweaks to the gameplay as well. Now, sadly, I've not played Persona 5, despite Persona 4 Golden being one of my favorite gaming experiences ever, so I'll be sure to grab this at some point down the line. Hopefully Persona 4 follows physically too when that releases next year. Anyways, if you need an RPG in your life, this looks set to be one of the premier titles on the Switch, so go grab it. It's going to be amazing. There are even multiple editions available. And our executive producers Issa, Punky Dooster, Thorn Metal Luna, Viz, and Elisa have chosen this as their pick of the week. And just as a reminder, if you live in North America and if any of the retail releases shown here in the video take your fancy and you want to buy them and support these videos, check the links in the description. Video Games Plus are a great company with free shipping over 80 Canadian dollars and lots of rewards for returning customers. Thanks to everyone who supports us, and as always, every week we give away a $10 discount to one person at random who bought something in the week just past. And this week the $10 winner is Lee R. Congratulations! At the end of today, you should check your emails. VGP will have sent you the coupon. Thank you! Them's Fighting Herds is a dumb name for a dumb game, but dumb in a good way. Imagine if My Little Pony and Mortal Kombat had a baby. Yeah, Scorpion and Twilight Sparkle getting jiggy with it. She told him to come over here. I think I've crossed the line there, but it's fine. Those brony perverts have drawn way worse things. I've seen them. This is a commendable fighting game that promises simple controls but deep combat, fun characters. It has quite the fan base. Supposedly a good entry point for the genre. I just hope the unicorn can skewer the enemy. Horse meat shish kebab sounds fantastic right about now. And our executive producer Cartoon Soren has chosen this as his pick of the week. Christmas Advent Calendar. I'm appalled to say I completely missed this game last week. I apologize to everyone in Europe who missed out on their pre-order for this all-time classic shite. But fear not, North Americans are getting their chance at this masterpiece of Yeah, it may only be October, but God forbid you don't get into the Christmas spirit before you've even got your werewolf mask on. There are many crappy things going on in the world right now. The UK's economy is collapsing like a deflating bouncy castle. There's a threat of nuclear war, but this releasing in October has to be the worst of them. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope is finally getting released this week. 5 years since the original release. I genuinely can't believe it's taken this long to pump out a sequel to one of the system's early hits. I loved the original game. I never finished it since it was fairly tough in places and I just had to move on to reviewing games to get them clicks for my old channel. This time, the team are going galactic, no doubt into the lovely arms of Rosalina. Expect more of the great gameplay, but now with a slight real-time twist, which I think is what's going to separate it from the original, that and getting rid of the grid system. No doubt it's going to be a great game, that is for sure. And our executive producers Dane Wilkinson, Grant Search, Jonathan Rumo, and Jennifer M have chosen this as their pick of the week. Matchpoint Tennis Championships is probably going to be a decent time too, although really it's tennis. The game genre peaked on the Dreamcast. Oh god, remember that bad boy? What a great game that was. Well, this one promises even more realism. It has 16 real-life professionals, including professional tantrumer Nick Krios. If you like tennis, it might be an alright one to go for. Into the Breach is releasing physically in Europe this week. North Americans should have this already via Fangamer. I am 8-bit. I always get those two mixed up. Whatever, this is all about Europeans this week. If Mario and Rabbids wasn't enough strategy in your life, then it's time to take a look at Into the Breach. This is an incredible indie strategy game that distills the genre down to its core. Small maps, simple objectives, but you've got to use all your brain power to succeed. Definitely an essential one, especially since this should contain all the recently released update stuff, adding more stuff. And we all like more stuff. And our executive producer Boombox has chosen this as his pick of the week. JoJo Siwa Worldwide Party is another game from Outright Games. Once again, every damn week they've got something for us. Sometimes they have half decent, acceptable movie tie-ins for kids. Other times, they make you feel like humans have gone too far and it's time to hit the reset button. I'll let you decide which one this is. I don't want to be accused of condoning the apocalypse. Also, a not so interesting fact is that in Chinese, Siwa means stockings, so I'm calling her JoJo Stockings from now on. Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator is a weird as hell game where, it pretty much does exactly what it says on the tin. Buy, sell, trade organs in a sci-fi world. Proof that capitalism is the way to go in the future. It's just supply and demand. If someone needs a dog kidney, who am I to deny them? I believe this is only releasing physically in North America. I have not seen any information about a European physical release. And our executive producer Alexander Cato has chosen this as his pick of the week. Bus Simulator City Ride. Oh baby, now we're getting to the good stuff. Last week we had Train Simulator. This week it's all about them sexy double-deckers with 10 buses. 10! You drive around the fictional city of Havensburg, pick commuters up and, get this, drive them to their destination. What a twist! Personally, I can't wait to get my hands on those bendy buses because if there's anything that's going to cause chaos, it's one of those bad boys. New Tales from the Borderlands appears to be releasing this week. This kind of snuck up on me. Hopefully this is as good as the very well regarded first game in the Telltales genre thing. Interactive fiction as you make choices to affect the story. As it's set in the Borderlands universe, you can expect a fair amount of personality within. Personally, I've gone off the whole Telltales type of game in recent years, but since this has been handled by a completely new team, even a different company, perhaps it'll be something a bit different. We'll have to see. And our executive producer, Robotech, has chosen this as his pick of the week. Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark is releasing in Europe this week. Yeah, sadly it seems there's no North American release. This is one for those who love Final Fantasy Tactics. Fell Seal really has the gameplay to back up that comparison. Personally, I can't stand the art style, especially the characters, but this game is almost universally positively received for what it sets out to do. If you're in North America and you need this tactical RPG in your life, check the links below for some importing goodness. And our executive producer Raven Knight has chosen this as their pick of the week. Warhammer 40k Shooters Blood TEEF is releasing at retail this week. Remember that Strictly Limited had their own version up for pre-order a while back, but this is the retail version. That's getting all down and gangster with the naming. Either that or the intern didn't go to school, but who knows, this actually looks like a decently fun time, something a bit different for 40k fans, a side-scrolling action game. Not a strategy, not a third-person action game, so yeah, the art style, I could take or leave, but I'm sure it'll do the job adequately enough. And our executive producers, Precision Plague, God of Resin and JCross7776, they've chosen this as their pick of the week. Alright, the Low Prince. Radiant Silvergun is limited runs released this week, yet another shmup which conveniently goes on sale just after the last one ended, as those shmup fans wouldn't have bundled them together. Yeah, Dodonpachi finished its pre-order like last week, so now it's Radiant Silvergun's turn, perhaps their biggest one yet. I know I said that about the last one, but whatever. I have no doubts this Saturn shmup is an absolute masterpiece, but personally, I find the previous release visually far more interesting. Dodonpachi all the way, but hey, who am I to talk about this sort of stuff? Shmup fans tell me I should stay away from the genre because I'm not enough of an elitist gatekeeper. Nor do I complain about every single issue, but whatever, I'm in a grumpy mood. I've been working all weekend. Personally, I'm gonna wait for some sort of Japanese release because it's gonna happen, right? It has to. Yeah, there are a couple of editions available if you want them. An extra $25 nets you a Steam box. You can pre-order right now. And our executive producer Instacritic has chosen this as his pick of the week. Alright, we're heading into the imports. There's some good import goodness this week. And yeah, if you want to import any game shown here, then please consider using our Play Asia links below. Play Asia is still, and probably always will be, the #1 way to support us. They are an amazing company, and they love us, and we love them too. So yes, please consider supporting us with our imports. And of course, we can support you as well. Yes, if you click our links and buy something, you can use our code SWTV5 for 5% of any physical item from Play Asia. It's a good week, guys. Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher is releasing this week, and I tell you, I'm hyped as shit. This is a franchise mashup of Ultraman and Monster Rancher. No one expected that, which is why it's so goddamn amazing. You raise and train your kaijus and then do battle. It's taking the mechanics of Monster Rancher 1 and 2, so it's fairly simple and welcoming. I'm just so excited to try this, and I hope you can check out my review later on this week. I don't know when that will be, but it should be soon enough. You have to be careful about which version you do buy, since the Japanese release does not have English, but the Hong Kong and Southeast Asian versions should have English, so fill your boots with those. I can't wait. And our executive producer Brent McLean has chosen this as his pick of the week. Harmonia is releasing in Japan this week too, another import exclusive with English. It's one of Key's visual novels, another shorter one like Loopers. It's a kinetic visual novel about 6 hours in length, and there will be a review over on VM Paradise at some time in the near future too, perhaps later this week. It depends. I've got a shit ton of things to do and so little time to do them. Space Marshals Collection is the third really interesting import this week, releasing in Japan and Asia with English. This is a triple pack of top-down shooters with stealth elements. You are a bounty hunter trying to take out the trash with this rather meaty package. Lots of gameplay, lots of bad guys to take down, 3 games in 1 with English. No Western physical release announced. And our executive producer Vey has chosen this as his pick of the week. And Japan is also getting 3 more titles, but either we have them already or they don't have English. Here they are. Alright, as you've probably guessed by the runtime, there's no community spotlight this week. I know, I'm sorry, but you know, when things get busy, things get busy. You know, sacrifices must be made, but don't worry, I've got your pictures already. I've got them. Don't send me any more, because the ones I've got, I'm going to use next week. Don't want to waste them, right? So yeah, don't send me any more pictures, but stay tuned for next week. Please check out some of our other stuff. We probably got bargains. I don't know. I guess bargains went out maybe. And yeah, this week, Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher review. It is coming. Harmonia review over on VM Paradise. And I am chipping away at Skies of Arcadia, the review. I'm currently at like 12,000 words. So I'm hoping to have at least 20,000 words to have it finished maybe. So yeah, my Skies of Arcadia review over on A Bit More Jordan won't be this week. There's like no chance of that, but perhaps next week. Fingers crossed. Oh, and Sea Horizon. Yeah, I'm going to do a review of that. I totally forgot about that one. That's happening too. God.